it seems like, Brandon and the children really need a little bit more than what we can do. We're a little bit older couple, and I thought that the Big Brother and Big Sister program might be, something that would be good for them to get them out of the house, away from just older people, maybe, younger couples who would have a little bit more interest in what they would be interested in now. This is the 21st century, which is, sometimes mind-boggling with me. I had custody of the children, and when they first came to me, they were very disorganized. They were really in rough shape when they first came to me.
We had just moved here from Orlando, and a friend of mine in Orlando had been involved with Big Brothers Big Sisters. She had a little and was telling me all about the program. And when we moved here, we wanted to get involved with something. And so for some reason that kind of stuck with me, and I looked into the program here in Pinellas County. And I was matched very quickly. And when I was looking into the program, I noticed or heard the message that there's a lot of little boys on the waiting list who don't have a big brother. So I let Travis know about it, and he was interested as well and signed up and got matched right away.
So our initial match meeting was actually at Brandon's grandparents' house, and I'm just sitting there wondering, what am I doing here? It's kind of weird. It's almost like a first date, but I was like, I don't really know who you are or what to say, but let's try to make it work. The first year was definitely like trial and error. I tried a few, we went to the Dolly Museum when he was 9, and that just went, whew, so totally whiffed on that idea. I think he might enjoy it now more, but, that first year, it was really just making sure he knew I would be around. I think trying to, earn his trust. It could have gone south at any time, but I think just both of us trusting each other that I would be around, that we would do things that would be enjoyable for both of us, and that we would spend that consistent time together. Well, when Brandon and I were first matched, I was newly married with no children, a first-time homeowner for about a month. So at that point, I was like, what am I doing? How do I just be a married guy with a job and a house and a dog and a fence and the typical things? Now fast forward a little over 7 years and been married for almost 8 years coming up. We have a 3-year-old daughter. Right now we have a 6-week-old son. And I now have, had Brandon in my life for 7.5 years. There've been a lot of fun sporting events that we've done, things that he had never attended. It could be something as simple as a basketball game, or going to a Bucks game, or we went to USF game, or I took him to Bucks training camp one time, and he got his little media credentials signed by a bunch of players, and so just those kind of things that were, seemed very commonplace to me that I knew were a different life experience for him. It was fun for me to get us access to those places, but see him get to experience it and just kind of see the fun and joy he had with it. I'd say one of my favorite moments is when my daughter will go to the fridge and see a picture of him and say, "Hey, where's Uncle Brandon?" Or, she starts to recognize him now at age 3 because he's been around for her whole life. I think really just the early struggles were just the change in the schools. He started when we first got matched, he was in a school in Dunedin for 3rd grade. Then moved in with his mom for a short time, then with his other grandmother, went to a different school for 4th and 5th grade, then started middle school at Largo Middle for 6th grade, then moved back with his parents up to Holiday, so he was at a different middle school for 7th and 8th grade, then started at Anclote High School for about 2 weeks, and then moved down to Dunedin, and has now been at Dunedin High School for majority of 9th and 10th grades.
Especially for kids who may not have that example at home, it's important that they can go to school and have somebody that they know that cares about them, who cares about their future. And maybe not even at school, but in the community. Somebody else who can guide them, answer questions that maybe their parents didn't get to experience or cannot answer for them. And just give them another outlook that they may not get otherwise. Guidance, support to push them, because sometimes these kids, they can tell when people don't care, and it crushes self-esteem. It can really set them back when they have all of the potential in the world, and they just need that one person to push them.
I would hope that just the consistency of me being in his life has helped to sort of keep him on track in whatever small way it has. Not in any big, global, grand changing thing, but just in little things of just knowing that I'm going to be there. We're going to get together. We're going to hang out. We're going to do something fun. I'm going to badger him about his grades, make sure he's doing well in school. If it slips, I'll say, well, we're going to work on school and not do something fun until that we right that ship. So I would hope that since he had first enrolled, that just that consistency of having someone around all the time, I hope has been a benefit. But so I guess it would have changed. He wouldn't have me, but more importantly, I wouldn't have him.
He's always been a very, very big influence on my life and the person that I would like to become.
He's just changed my life a lot. He's definitely a lifelong friend, for sure. I'm hoping over the next 2 years I'll, see him graduate from Dunedin High School. I just hope he keeps his path. It's easy to lose your passion for school if you're bouncing around or if you don't maybe get all the support you would hope for. But he's a smart kid. He's a great kid. So I could definitely see him going to school. We talk about college all the time. So
when I was younger, you have all those dreams of becoming a basketball player or a football player, but then you start to grow up and realize how, you got to focus on real term goals, and going to college is the most important goal that I have right now.
it's funny. It seems like each time he has a birthday, I give him a new birthday card, and I feel like I write the same message. It's always, it's just always that I'm proud to be his big brother. And, he continues to amaze me.